We are live at 5 at 11 a.m. Let's go ahead and go live on IG2 real quick. We gotta fix that glare. I'll be right back. All right, so here we have Fizz. Fizz was a stock that was on my watch list. Fizz is a beverage company. They recently came out with news that they're doing a stock split, a 1-for-1. That was right around this area, and that's what led to this huge spike. I like Fizz, but I still think that there might be a little bit more sell-off coming. Fizz is a pretty big company. I think they're about a $5 billion company. What's going on? Drop a comment of a stock you want broken down below. Yeah, Fizz, $5 billion company. If we're looking at it on a 1 month, my computer would load. It's my first time streaming to YouTube and this at the same time, so we'll see how this goes. So if we look and see the price, the short term 20-day and 50-day both broke below the 200-day. So I think this is kind of a knife is still falling situation. I think we need to wait, let it rattle around, and let it go sideways a little bit before we decide to go in on this. And I do see a key, support here before the last gap around $99 to $100. So I could see this sell off to around that $100 mark, and that would be a good point if we see some inflection happen there. A good place to get in. But yeah, this was one of the stocks I threw out there on the watch list. Just looking at it, they have zero debt, no debt at all. Very, very well asset based. Again, $5 billion company bringing in 161 million. Profit margins 15%, which is good, not amazing. Well, it's solid, but not amazing. EPS growth the next 5 years, 25% average, which that's great. EPS growth quarter over quarter, 44%, which again is great. So yeah, I think this was that 1-for-1 stock split might have been the volume we needed to get it moving. But I want to see it around the $100 range. Just looking in. Okay, INTC. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, Bella? Stone, Cooper. Whole gang. Whole gang in here. Buy Apple. Whatever young money you have, buy Apple. The lockdown investor. Welcome. Burp. BK, I'll pull up INTC in a minute. I'm trying to make some money with Apple right now. Isabella, do you have any stock you want broken down? Anything you want me to look at? Let me know. Does Cooper not have a... Oh, yeah, you do. Cooper, your face looks black and white from an angle. I was like, are you like an unlocked character? Okay, I'll just go off here. Apple's trading around that midpoint, 136. Looks like it's setting up to break back above 140 soon, especially with all this hype. I think we're going to get volume pouring into this. Apple, great company, 21% profit margin from a $2.3 trillion company. Will probably be closer to $3 trillion by the end of the year. Don't think that can happen. Is a little overpriced, but that's the price you have to pay for a company that literally is most people's phones and is about to be producing cars. So could be crazy. Barrick Gold. Why Apple? They make a lot of money. They have a lot of money to spend to make more money. Yeah, this YouTube live stream is wrecking my internet. I don't have that gaming internet. What's up, Richard? Here we are looking at futures. Oh, what are we doing here? Not what I wanted. INTC moving in trend zones and very kind of pattern specific zones. See how it's kind of holding up here, breaking, holding, breaking, holding. Now we're starting to see higher lows coming in. So this could be a nice little swoop down point. Let's zoom out a little bit and go to a weekly. No, futures technically, well, they're yeah, you can trade futures like options, but futures alone are just after and pre-market trading that builds the move for whenever the stock market opens back up again. So kind of yes and no. Most retail traders don't trade options on futures, but it's possible. So yeah, see, you're kind of in an upper zone for INTC for Intel, and there is kind of some disruptors coming into this space that's kind of making Intel not be who they used to be. $238 billion company, so they're still gonna be who they are. 26% net profit margin helps that a lot. Not a lot of debt, using a little debt. So it's probably going to be, this is probably around where you're on average going to find the price. This is a good midpoint to even maybe a little bit lower. So I would say hold here, maybe add if it falls back around the $50 range and just kind of play that trend, play that sideways trend. Barrick Gold. Who are y'all going for in the Super Bowl? Drop that down below. Barrick Gold looks like it has been falling. It's been selling. Sellers have been in control, but it looks like it's starting to even out. Still edging down slightly. But yeah, Barrick Gold. This is one that Warren Buffett bought into. 24% profit margin. They're kind of spread out. I know they have some. They're primarily in Canada, but they have some other mines elsewhere outside of the North America. I think it's mainly in Central America. Is what their outside stuff is. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a little dividend, 1.61%. Can pay that fine. They'll be able to grow that long term. I think in the environment that is coming with the increased inflation and the decrease in the value of the dollar, that's a good catalyst for gold in general. I think before year end, we could see around $2,000 an ounce again, and that's what most analysts are kind of predicting. But yeah, that's what I think about gold. Dogecoin, that's a complete spec play, so it is a meme turned into a cryptocurrency that is now at or around the value of a nickel, which from a macro perspective is insane that is a thing, but in the micro it's like, why not? Why can't it be a thing? So I get it, but it's going to take a commercialization somehow in Dogecoin for there to be an actual end use. It can't just be, nobody's going to collect Dogecoin like it's trading cards. I don't think. Could be wrong. Who knows? What stocks outside of the tech sector do you have your eyes on? Marijuana, for sure. Cannabis. I kind of like the end user. Not the people that are harvesting it and not the people that are growing it, but the people that are selling it on the end. I think if you're investing in cannabis, go for the end goal, end users. That's why I like YCBD. They specialize in like pharmacy type of CBD for like pain, stress, sport, a bunch of stuff, sleep. And then for the recreational side and still medicinal side, I like PLNHF. That's a great one. What's up, Mateo? Drop a stock you want me to talk about down below, and let me know who you're going for in the Super Bowl. But yeah, let's see. Not Dogecoin. Like if, let's see if I have PLNHF. It might not. Finviz is good. It's a good free tool. So yeah, but they don't have all the stocks. Like Schwab has PLNHF for sure. Come on now. This website keeps messing with me. It's out to get me. Is he really though? If he is, like, that doesn't. And honestly, me and Brandon Coonley were having a conversation about how stocks that have Super Bowl ads perform the week after the Super Bowl, and that's something that really wouldn't know how to look up, but would be interesting to see if I could find that data. And also, it's in the works right now. It's not going to be ready for a while. We have a Discord chat coming that's going to have buy signals, news, earnings, company specific key fundamental points that we can break down as a team, as a group, as a family, and use that to make better trade decisions. That's going to be coming soon. That's in the works, but I want to make sure it's built out right. I have some trial users going in right now and poking around on the platform and making sure we, cross our T's, dot our I's, and then I'll bring it out as soon as possible, as soon as it's ready to go, because it's going to help everybody. Looking at Planet 13 right here, 615. They've been on a strong run the last 5 days, coming out of a bottom on the month. I like Planet 13 because they're on the cusp of really breaking out and drawing in some positive earnings. It's been a strong stock overall since the March low. See, they're not even showing earnings on the earnings tab in Schwab. Got to go to the statements. You'll see that they're really just taking any and all money that they make and dumping it right back into expanding their workforce and expanding the amount of buildings that they have. So we can see from 2017 to 2019, revenues like growing exponentially, 9 million, 21, 64. But at the same time, they're pretty much growing their operating expenses at or above that in order to maintain this growth, which, looking at where they're putting the money, they're not just loading up debt and buying bad assets. It looks like they're trying to expand and get ready for more widespread legalization, maybe federally, or better tax code on a state level. I think states are gonna have to turn to sectors like this to extract funds to survive. And in some cases, it could be too far gone. Hint, hint, wink, wink. California. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. So I like PLNHF, YCBD. If y'all have any other cannabis stocks, drop those in the comments. I'll talk about that. What was that? There was a pick and shovel play that our friend Jonathan was talking about. I don't really remember which stock that was. Be a good question for the Discord. But yeah, I like YCBD too. They've been on a trend on the last pretty much almost 6 months. Really, 3 months solid. 3 months ago was $237 a share. Now we're sitting at $488 with a high of $544. And again, this company, they're starting to put some earnings out there, and they're growing. They have a widespread direct-to-consumer channel, so this is going to help them. Yeah, see, their revenue is just starting to take off. Still, wonky on their earnings per share, but I think that YCBD, they have ads running on the Joe Rogan podcast, and that was kind of the catalyst for me. Is like, I've been looking for something in this space. I want a company that's using newer marketing tools, and the podcast space is fresh for direct to consumer marketing on a widespread scale. Joe Rogan has hundreds of millions of listeners, so it seemed like a great play. Got in, and I'm already up something like a couple $100 in this play, and this is probably going to be a long play unless things change or I start to see the balance sheet start to deteriorate. But yeah, INQD. Oh my good lord, why does that keep popping up? INQD. I don't even hover over that tab and it pops up. Battery. Okay, I got plenty of battery. Another pink sheet. A penny. Just a little penny. Just started to February 2020. This stock just came out. Oh, never mind. I lied. I just didn't go back far enough. Yeah, 2016, I believe. But yeah, I mean, unless there's news catalyst on this that shows that it's going to turn around, I don't see the point in riding this this slope. Because if we're looking at it on a long term, this is a 1 year chart right here. If this will load. Yeah. See, on a 1 year, it's like, okay, we're getting some movement. It's up here. Still, also on a short term, wouldn't buy at the top right here. Kind of already in hot. But if we zoom out to like a 5-year trend, you can see this company hasn't came out and performed. I mean, they may have just been early to the game. That may, this isn't necessarily a knock. Let me refresh this page. This isn't necessarily a knock on the company. This is just trying to say where are they at and where are they going, and what's it going to take to get a not just speculative return, but something that you can really call company growth, earnings growth, revenue growth. So yeah, Indoor Harvest Corp, INQD. See, they haven't sold anything. Their total revenue, they had a little bit of sales back in 2015 and 16, but they're really not moving anything. That's why they're a penny still. So yeah, I mean, if you somehow saw some news that shows that they're expanding contracts or they're getting work and they're growing, then you would just be, first mover status, and that would pay nicely. Hey man, what's up? Drop a stock down below that you want broken down. Anything you want me to talk about right now? We're talking about a harvesting cannabis harvesting company. It's considered a pick and shovel play. Moving on. Just gonna do like one or two more. Looking at Afria. Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, been shooting up. We're moving. Let's quickly look at earnings. Growing sales, EPS flat to negative. It's good that they're growing sales, but it depends on why EPS is going negative as to if it's good or bad, really. Tax expenses. So yeah, gross revenue is going crazy. I mean, yeah, tripled, doubled, nearly a tenfold, an eightfold increase, followed by a doubling again. It's a strong grower for sure. But yeah, we're seeing loss on sale of assets. So they're selling. Yeah, it looks like their operations are costing a little more than what it's really pulling in at scale. So they're not able to scale it right from what it looks like right now. Weighted average shares, they're dumping shares too, so they're diluting the share price. So this one again, yeah, you can get in, but I think it's rich right here, especially considering like how the balance sheet looks. $16.67 last price. Canadian company. Yeah, see this? It's just stair stepping. And usually stocks stair step up really nice. Then people get super greedy and they are fearful that it's going to drop, so they take profits. And then we get escalator straight down or elevator straight down. So I would wait. I would wait on a pullback. Let's say if we're market geniuses and we call the pullback right here at the top. Honestly, it looks like it might stretch. It might stretch a little bit further. Let's just say there. Yeah, I would look for at least a 38.2 retrace, and that'd be back down to like the 1250 range. So I would definitely watch it. They're growing earnings really fast. Now, depends on how recurring. It looks like it's recurring and it's expanding, so I like that. But we got to see them handle scale and see if they can turn that to be a profit. So, but yeah. All right, let's do last one. TCNNF. TCNNF. True Leave Cannabis Corp. I haven't really heard about this one. They're a Canada-based seed to sale licensed medical cannabis company. The company cultivates and produces all of its products in-house and distributes those products to Trulieve branded stores, dispensaries, as well as direct to patients through home delivery. Okay, cool. D2C, and they have storefront. It also operates in California, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Okay, so America and Canada exposure. The company offers a large range of products such as concentrates, flour, oil, capsules, and tinctures. I don't think I'm saying that right. It operates a 35,000 square foot cultivation and processing facility in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. It operates 3 dispensaries located in Pittsburgh area locations and also offers medical marijuana relief. So they're East Coast, Canada based around that area. Okay, so yeah, they're doing both medical grade and recreational. So yeah, let's see. Started in 2018. Been strong. Been very strong. Let's see earnings. $46 a share. Have you been? How do you like the product? What's it like? So yeah, see sales growing exponentially. The stock price is following it nicely. Expected to grow. Annualized basis. Jumping 400, 145, 103% expected in 2020. That's awesome. Let's see what we're doing very quickly. Yeah, growing. Unusual expense. Huge unusual expenses. And all of their stuff was restated. Shares staying the same. They're not really diluting it. Yeah, there's a lot of special items, and I don't know if that's them. So sometimes they're having to give away as much product or more product just to sell some product, and that could lead to a loss. So I would wait and see. I want to see those, unusual expenses dwindle or go away. For me, honestly, as an investor, if you want to take the risk, take the risk. But at some point, you can't give more than you make, to try and drive up sales. That usually ends horribly, unless you get a cult following and they take over and they outpace, the promos. So I like it, but I would definitely let's see where I would like it. Yeah, I mean, it used to be $10, but past performance. So now for it going 10 to 46, past performance isn't indicative of future results. It could have been just riding high, out of these March lows. I mean, yeah, it's been on a solid trend for sure. Like the stock's been performing well, and I'm not. I would definitely go deeper into this and see. Yeah, it's getting a little extended, but I would want to see if like it looks like the news shows that they're outpacing what they're giving up, or whatever promos they're doing or whatever they're losing is returning. Higher sales growth, better marketability, better branding. In that case, I'm all for it. Okay, let's see if it were to go from this March low up to yeah. My computer would load. Here we go. See, we came down here to the 23.6, 38.43, hit a hard bounce right off the nose off that. Pop back up, so it could continue, but yeah, it could continue a little bit, but I think it's going to start to roll over. And I mean, I would really want to get it down here in the 38.2 range of like $32, or I mean, that's still paying a premium in my mind based on how things are going. I mean, you're gonna have to pay a premium for the sales, and it being a newer company, it still has a lot of room to grow. But yeah, just for me being a value play kind of guy, I would want to get it anywhere from like the 27 to 32 range. That's awesome. If another crash came and it crashed all the way back down to like the $22 range, then I would be like a serious like, okay, this is some serious upside potential. Let's go ahead and grab it. But right up here, this is definitely like don't buy at a top, because it's most likely going to hit a buyer or a seller's market and just go down at least a little bit. So it breathes probably around this gap area around 35. So I'd at least, if you're seriously trying to get into it and you want to get in now, I would go around like the 35 to 40 range. I'd wait for it to pull back there. That's about $6, $7, $8. But all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Y'all have a good day. Have a good Super Bowl Sunday. Hope y'all whatever team y'all want wins. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and